like this. Please just answer the phone. I'm asking like 5 seconds. I'm not trying to fight with you. Please answer the phone.
Is it the love inside that causes the pain? Or is it the unfamiliar details spread across the face? Is it the words I spoke that took your place? Or these actions that sprint fast?
Hey everybody, what is happening? Dela. I am back with some more Madden 16 Ultimate Team gameplay. This is head-to-head. This is just me and my bro, though, Sid42, as you see there. Yeah, when I'm normally labbing and want to run some games, this is what I run with him because we can be competitive. He knows my plays pretty well, you know, so that way it's more of a challenge in there ahead of time. So this is pretty much a lot of the passing plays you've seen in all the videos. I kind of want to get something out so you can kind of see that, you know, how they're running some of these in here. I'm not going to really do too much running of football, but you can see the variety of the passing plays and how they're working in here so far. Like I said, the last video I put out, Shotgun Forward, not going to be in here, but everything before that has a chance to be in. Coming out though, but he's putting together a good drive to open the game up. I seen one guy had a shot there. Just I'm frozen in the middle. You ain't gonna really do anything when you're in that spot. But you know, again, I'm just trying to pretty much make one play with user around, try to just affect throws, get something changed up. A lot of times I do give up yards. I almost make that pick. I read that, but I went in too close and I didn't. I'd lost the angle there. So getting close, and that hitting the you got the first I wanted, but making good contact on that one play in there. So I'm kind of mixing around. I'm definitely trying to do a few different things with the blitzes and stuff like that. I do make contact with Portis. He does have the Clinton Portis card, which is definitely a beastly card. I'm gonna have to check that one out and review that one here in the near future, I do think. And he takes us down, and again I meet him in the hole, and dude, he's still just running over me there, so I got to get the big stick to make that work. But on first down after that, though, gets kicked out, and Pat Pete just reads that so well. It looks like he was going to score, possibly have a big play, and Peterson just jumped it, just excellent. So second goal is typically where you got to stiffen up. That's where you got to, you can't be messing around. And the defense is easier, obviously, to play. The offense is at the disadvantage if you're going to be passing the ball a lot and even some runs. So we get out, we definitely. I figure the thing is with this, you hold them to 3, and it's a win. That's the way I look at all that. I'm underneath the route, and I move a little bit. I believe what happened to him is he didn't realize he called play action, and he wanted to throw to Kelsey, but by the time play action was over, he didn't cancel it. He wasn't there, and then he basically ended up almost throwing the pick. But so we do hold for 3, so excellent there. Looks like this is one of the Raider sales. I use this one a few times in here just because you hit the outside, so you start off with that nice with juke. One guy miss again, but at least I'm getting more used to the juke. Definitely starting to able to work that into my game. And the spin's just not as good this year, so that's easy. I cut across, I click on, and I must have thought that Chris Johnson was Calvin Johnson because I just I had no chance to catch that when I did that. So we can kick him out again in the flats though. That's definitely I consider those type of runs to me. That's a good way to get in space and get something good there. He knows this play because I ran this one a lot last year, so he kind of sees that coming whenever I run that. So I ended up having to run the ball. That was kind of like the last ditch effort on that play. Normally it's not one of my things, but again, we're going through, and I'm not going to remember the name of all these offhand right now. I'm not going to. But he reads on the Y, so I just take the B over the top. That's basically a check down. So normally, like I've said before, those plays are designed. That the Y is the appealing. They want to float to that one. So that's why you kind of run that, and then come across. And also to his credit, throw out there, my bro normally, this is like the first year he's starting really to get off the line and use her a bit. So he hasn't quite got the grasp. But this is also good scrimmage for him, good work for him. Like right there, he read that. But he was running sideways and bounced off his helmet, so he's just not as familiar with, holding on to Y and then strafing up and stuff. We go out there, and, he took all the time on the clock. I basically had a 2-minute drive right here, moving down, and he does hit me out of bounds, and it's only like a 2-3 yard difference, but yeah, I'll take it. He didn't think it was right, but so I go down, and I kind of just sit on the goal, and the tackle knocks me in. So yeah, it's the breaks of the game. You do have to watch the controls. It's kind of bunk. I wish it wasn't in there. I'm not really a big fan of some of the penalties. If you're not going to have pass interference when you're mugging guys over the middle and stuff like that, I don't know why you want to have stuff like that. And right there, I make the right cut, and I just lay on the turbo like a fool. And on that play, my pulling guard just runs right by him. So for some reason, when he's blitzing, your guard doesn't pick him up unless maybe the awareness was too low. And I get sacked because of that. And then on third, I do get the break, but it's too late, and he actually got the user on the line there and actually got in. So I go on fourth, and I run a play that I already told you before that he knows of mine too well, so not the smartest thing. Although, again, it's kind of scrimmage. We're kind of having fun. We do want to win, but we're having fun. So we come out, and he pitches out to Portis, and, oh, jeez. That's nice. That was a nice play. Blocking lined up right. I didn't get on the outside. Like, when you see those tosses and all that come, you got to get outside. You cannot get eaten up by a blocker in between. You've got to cut the guy in. And I didn't do it. It's too late. So it was a great play by him. But, like, dude, I felt bad. Like, it was funny kind of, but you feel bad. It's like all that, he put a great drive together, come and take the lead, and then all the momentum coming right back because Pat Pete, he ends up taking that one to the house in that one. And that's what it is. So come back, he's getting down there, chucking the ball up, and he gets Captain Kelsey, which it's another card I do want to try out. My Jimmy Graham I got was a free one, so unfortunately I can't sell that dang thing. And another, unfortunately, when I'm playing, sometimes I keep clicking on the wrong camera angle, so I apologize for that. I hate that I do that throughout the game near the end, off and on sometimes. So, just a silly thing. I need to find out if you lock that in. That would be really nice if I could do that because I'm constantly hitting that when I don't want to, when I'm making adjustments and trying new things. But getting the screen there, and we're reading them pretty well for the most part. Normally pick up on that. 4th and 5 coming down. Definitely got to come in clutch, and he tries the underneath stop, and we're all over that. With the man coverage, we'll lock down a lot of them if he keeps them underneath, shading and stuff like that. It really helps also. We get this one, I kind of trying some different toss there, just hadn't ran. Sometimes that'll work, that one not really. I do, it was actually supposed to be strong to the other side. We didn't do it. But we come down here, and as I hit that little Calvin underneath, and he's, knowing that I tend to run this play a lot, he has gotten pretty good at stopping me on it. I would say. But I really, again, wasn't trying to force the ball too much. Sometimes I'm just trying to split the field, get a few yards, just to be a little different. But for the most part, we want to see the passing work in there. And that coming down on 4th play, I made sure to run something he hadn't really seen before there. And then again on that Raider sail, we take that. Oh, and there we go, slippery, and CJ2K is going to house that one, baby. Nice. That's exactly what you want to see on that, man. Strong effort for him. And we come down and get the kick. Let's see what we get up in here. So at this point, he's going to have to score. And, oh, my goodness, the moves. Those were some sweet, sweet moves my bro put on me there. And look at that. Alan Hearns, like wide receiver, is the guy who ends up making the game, that saving tackle there. Just tough break for him, man. I think he definitely deserved it. And we come out and takes a mean sack. So definitely gonna put him in a bad spot now. All of a sudden, there he's gonna be pressing, and that's when I start. That's when you're user and you got a shot at it. And right there, picking that on one of the routes he had beat me with earlier. And this time I do sit deep enough. That was a problem before, as I let him get behind me on that. So I just start off deeper on that. So we're gonna take the user in there, come around. We got one of the corner strikes out of one of our single back formations in there. And it's going to hit the X typically pretty good on that. And Brandon Marshall going down, so we'll get the first out there. And then at the end here, under a minute left, I'm going to go down, see if we can maybe get one more score on it. Not necessarily trying to run it out, just kind of trying to run, get plays out, and testing this out. Like I say, it was like a practice instance for us. But, I just get a terrible sack on me. So I wait till the last play of the game, just throw one up, and oh, man, he gets the interception there. So good pick there at the end for him. So take that. Now we're going to go into the second game. Like I said, we played 2 games of this. And so you kind of warmed up. Now we know what each other's kind of trying to do, but he still hits me with that dang pass behind me on that one. Like to be better on that, but it just did not happen on that play. And cutting across, and Pat P with great man coverage on there. You got to get, sometimes you get the right shade and kind of helps. And we come in and we're bringing the heat, bro. We brought the heat. We did get one of them blitzes to work out there. And Wilkerson basically is going to tear that up. Going to come in pretty much free on that side on that play. So we get 3rd 17, and then you're pressing. And look at me like a fool. Like, I barely move. He's coming right at it, and I You know, on Shazier, he moves faster. Brooks didn't react as fast, but still, that's just me just sitting there. I'm watching him, and I just didn't move. So that's just no excuse. Bad play, but good on his part. You know, definitely that's how it goes. But we're shutting down the run now. I'm taking these outside linebackers. You see him spreading them out there a little bit further, putting the blitz out there. I'm trying to make sure he's not bouncing out from certain angles and then crashing other guys inside in the middle, and using technique like that to try to shut down his run, because he did have some decent runs in the last game. He didn't really pound it, over and over, but when he tried to run, he was pretty successful. So I was trying to counter some different things, get some different concepts to work out there. I don't get too tricky in the defense, but normally when you kind of get an idea of what the strengths of the other guy are, I do try and set up for it at least a little bit. But again, over here, big hit there in the back there. Sleep out there is out. And then, one of the new guys we got, TJ McDonald off the Rams captain card. Boom! Just blew him up, bro. Just blew it up. Very nice play. You don't get a ton of fumbles, in this game, so it's good to see the new card coming up and laying the wood and getting that. And right there, bad decision, man. I was running on the screen, and I didn't break first, so I just tried to throw it out there to the receiver I saw, and it did not work out good. But again, we come across and we got some of these routes, some of these concepts we see now. We're running multiples, 2-3 read plays. This one is more of a one. I'm just really trying to see the RB on it, and we get that. Gonna get me a first and get out of bounds. It'd be nice to take it in there if you could almost slide that one in, just play somewhere you feel. But we're coming in here, and it looks like he commits. I see a run commit in there. So unfortunately, dude, you're always and have real disadvantage if the guy who runs a pass on you. You know that. I don't even like it in the game because if the rare times you hit on accident. So I'm sure he probably hit that on accident. That, it happens to us all. It's just the way it goes. So getting out and back, and almost getting a pick on that. So we'll wait. We got Shazier out. We're looking for it. We'll get the man. And that was just his like silver card, whatever that the early card is basically. And actually, and just tonight I did. This is like the last night available, I think, and I did buy the RS version, double RS. That is going to be the style I'm running on defense after giving it thought. I've always run, like man coverage, and right there, dude, Cromartie basically blocked me from getting my user pick. I was right in position. I easily would have had that, but we got the 2-minute drill. So try and shut this down. Play out to right, and look at the blocking out there. Perfect. One guy missed, and that's a great play on his part. That's one to take a look at, see what he got in there, I figured. But, that's why I like those type of plays, to where, if you catch it behind, you got a guy who can basically take a block and spring you. You're going to go out here, and look at me. I'm manning up on the other side, using the other side, because I figure he's going to cross somebody. And that's kind of why I take somebody who's on the other side of the receivers. And it works out perfect. I mean, I'm just saying, that is nasty, like sick. The whole time he's like, no. Like, he is in disbelief that happened. I don't think he ever saw me creeping across underneath there. But it was definitely worthwhile, man. Putting up at the front there. I thought that was a pretty decent pick myself. I'll keep that one for the highlight reel. But so coming down now, but again, getting now you got 14-0 there. The clock's running down to 1, so he's gonna have to press the ball down the field. Which, basically just try and hope around to see if I can get another one. That's all I'm thinking. Eventually he might force a ball, but he's also going to probably end up having to go pretty deep, though, so you get the other cross. So I end up going deep, but I'm already beat on that guy. Switch over, and we end up getting the computer and getting on DRC. So, kind of at that point, that's what you have to do. You got to press that. And again, that was a newer playbook to him. I don't think he's running that playbook anymore either. So we were just trying to try a new one. And right here, I throw it in throwing a bullet when I really needed a lob there. The speed would have played out over time had I thrown the lob pass. So I kind of screwed myself on that one. I was kind of hoping I was gonna blow past that guy a little bit faster, but I just threw it too soon for that, and again. But we're going to hit out, and the CJ2K, 30 seconds now, coming down, big chunk on that. Those little swings, I love the swings after I motion them out. It's real nice, hits that corner. It's not the hardest thing to read, so it's a nice play. As you see, we've done it with tight end and with the halfback with good success. Cutting across and almost make a decent play, and homeboy froze up on me. What up, Brandon? Like, look, what happened, bro? He drops the ball and then he freezes up on me. The game's over. No, just Brandon. Actually, the game was good to go. It was just Brandon who froze up. I don't really see that one too often. And we come down the next play and just nasty again. That's the other, that's again the Raiders level sale, but we're hitting the deep on that one, just the way it broke for us. So come down there, it seems like, definitely in the second game, even got it flowing a little bit better. I haven't been playing nearly as much as they had to head here. The schedule's been really rough for me this year, obviously. As I said before, but by the second game here, I feel like the offense was flowing pretty good, and he hits a big pass there, trying to get away. 3 seconds left. Oh my goodness, man! And then we do shoestring tackle there at the end. He moved the ball very well, even in both games. I know the scoreboard don't show it. He just had bad luck in the red zone in there, and then that one right there, just the last guy, and kick return, one guy to beat sort of thing. So get out, and the blitz gets me. The check down was actually open right there, the hot read, but I did not make the read, didn't see it coming there. So take a nasty one, but that's okay. We'll come back around this one. We do get the seam. That I do like to hit so much on that play, and that one's really good. Coming behind the line, also I feel, but and a lot of the stuff I like to hit the seams if they're open, especially in the cover twos and the pass leads and stuff can be pretty good chunks. And that play ran out a couple times. You see it in there, and it's been effective most because it's going to hit man, it's going to hit zone, so it's going to. Definitely work. Nice to have the plays work on both. And here's the now the stick and nod out of that formation. And we said after we motion them behind the line, and that one gets open a decent amount. It's just like in the playbook we said. So come down. Let's see. We got the screen set up here. And okay, I probably should have taken the Y on that one. That's sometimes going to happen. They're not always making the right read. We'll come out here. Let's see, run another one here. Just I was trying to cycle through and get as many of the plays in, just so we can see a variety of things. And this one in there, possibly could have hit him or the Y, but we do hit Calvin's because we haven't been giving him a lot of work. And again, another one of our Raiders sale, and that, like I say, that Y route out there is really effective. And as you know, in the last video we put out, we put a play that has that. It runs that. It's not the same play, but it runs it out to the left. If you have a quarterback that's left-handed, or just want to mix it up, without just flipping that play, running something different, getting a couple different looks also on it. Nice to have. But so fourth quarter here, last one of the bunch. He's still trying to get some of his run game worked out, and a nice play right there, good blocking for it. So 10 yards pop going to work. So I think Portis again, definitely I could see a lot of potential in getting that. We'll go back running a lot of my man in there, and we're definitely still sniffing out the screen passes. For the most part, doing pretty good about that one. That's especially if you run man, it's helpful in that you'll see the way the guys breaking for it too. And this one in here sees that I'm not even bringing heat at all. Only have like 3 guys at that point coming in, and easy run spot for him. Doesn't like to slide. He's against that. So come down a little HB angle type of play. I'm not sure. I don't really have a lot of those in my book. I have a couple, and then we do run in there. But that was one I liked in the past, especially near goal line. It was effective for me last year. But I'll have to probably work on a set of those plays also at some point. And again, we got swipping out. We're getting that bad angle to watch in here. Hit that a few times a game. Pushing homeboy back, man. But yeah, that's how that one goes in there. So as I said, see the other ones, I've got like one video left of that, so I'll get out some more gameplay after that's all done. I can see the next basically 4 formations that are going to be available coming out, so I'll get more gameplay where I try to show more here and there of how I'm running in game, because I know that's also nice to see, not just when I'm running practice mode. I mean, if you're new to the channel or you haven't seen me play, so you want to make sure that I actually can do the stuff effective, as it was last year. So I'll be getting some of that stuff out, and what we got? 4th and 3 going for this one, and the run D's definitely stepped up in when need be. Some of these right calls have been making in there, so we'll take that one back. I still want to go down. We got a minute left. See if I can drive down in the minute there. See if I can get some points on. Just because I want to keep pressing this, getting the offense down. Had it tight when there, but homeboy dropped the ball. But you're not gonna catch all that. Again, we got the RB coming across on that. We've got a few different levels that we have those routes coming across the field on, and those are always pretty good. So we're coming back on this side of it. A's almost always breaking open for me, so we know we can check him down if we don't want to go behind him on that on the B in there. And he started running them a lot of man blitzes. We get down, we got 12, 11, clock is ticking one shot there. We get there right before the sack, and that's big time Joe Horn. And so pretty effective. I'm happy with the results of this, for the most part today. And I'm not really too concerned with the run stuff. I'll get into that if need be, but I'm really enjoying the pass, and I feel like I can move up and down the field a lot better. So we'll just see how that goes. I mean, if I'm trying to burn clock or burn time at some point, then probably lean that way. But I want to feel like that I got to be able to attack people, all over the field with the passing game this year. I think it's gonna help out a bit for me. And then let's see, got here the last play to leave, taking it down. Oh, just can't catch a break on it today, man. But it was a good time, good scrimmage in there. I was appreciating that. Let me see, we get 300 some yards here out of Elway, 77%. So not a bad game at all for him there. Good rating, all that stuff. Good clip. 4 touchdowns, no picks. So that's what you want to see. Didn't run the ball for nothing, obviously. So he's got Portis 9 for 31. So 3.7. Okay, Romo is the big guy with the 18 per carry. So good for him out there, man. Good job, Romo. And then let me see. I didn't realize this till afterwards. I just beasted with Jimmy. 7 for 173, something looking like. Joe Horn 4 for 61. So and then I got a couple there with Chris Johnson, couple with Calvin. So definitely gonna keep grinding this out. Keep getting the gameplay, the head-to-head stuff coming. So see you all next time, man.